Hey y'all, it's me, Maddie. My cat is like, what the fuck is happening? So my mom, I've been eating all day. My mom texted me, she's like, I'm making burritos tonight, and bitch, I'm ready. I'm ready for burritos. I made a suggestion like a week ago that we had burritos, and now she's finally doing it. But I'm happy. I'm ready. Today I'm going to be talking about insecurities, and I know I've kind of talked a little bit about them in my other video because I do have body dysphoria, and I know I was like kind of like touching up. Sorry if I say it weird. I am not good with my English words. I don't speak any other language. I'm just not good with English or words or anything. But I do have body dysphoria, and I talked about it a little bit in my other video, but I don't think much. But I did kind of want to talk about it more. I don't know. I just want to talk about it because I've been feeling really insecure about myself lately, and I've been trying to hide it a little bit, but sorry, I'm trying not to cry. I've been trying to hide it, but like it's hard when you don't like yourself like one bit. And I do want to do YouTube videos, and I want to be like, I want to help people. That's my whole goal here, is I want people to relate to me and to know they're not alone, and I want to help them. But like, it's hard to do that when I look back on my videos and I'm just like, like, I hate my voice, I hate my face, I hate my body, I just hate everything about it, and it's really hard to like do it. But I gotta find that confidence and kind of push through my insecurities. So one thing that happens with me, I am speaking about how body dysphoria affects me, not like everybody. I'm sorry. I suck. I like promised when I did YouTube videos I would not cry on camera, and like that's already failing on my third one. So last night, I have this friend who I love, and like love like as a brother, not like in love, but I have a friend who I love, and he had feelings for me for a while, but I never had those types of feelings for him back or whatever. And he has a girlfriend now, and I don't know why, but my feelings were so hurt last night. I was like, I swear I have no feelings towards him or anything. Like, he's an attractive guy, he's really sweet and stuff, but like I have no feelings towards him. And I think a lot of it comes from he's in Iowa and I'm in California, and it's just like it wouldn't work anyways. But he has a girlfriend now, and I was like so hurt over it. It was honestly kind of pathetic because I'm like happy for him, but when I saw it I was like kind of shocked, and I was like, oh, alright. And I think a lot of it comes from because I am so insecure, especially at that type of stuff, because I'm so insecure about that type of stuff because, you know, people will come to me and they'll be like, oh, I have feelings for you, or, you know, I find you so attractive, or, you know, blah, 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 and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And, like, you know, we'll flirt for a little bit or whatever, and, like, everything's cool, and then, like, a day later they have, like, this other different girlfriend. And I just feel like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know. It kind of hurts a little bit. Because I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why people come up to me with these like sudden unknown feelings, and then they get into a relationship with someone else. Like, I don't get it. I don't know if I feel like people, because I'm like a lonely person, I'm like, and I do it to myself, like I like to be alone. I wouldn't say like I'm exactly lonely. I just like to spend time with myself like all the time, and I like to be alone and all that. So I feel like people come to me when they're lonely because maybe like I can relate to that and whatnot, or I don't know like what it is about me, but people really do come to me when they're feeling alone. You know, I'll be there for them, and then like maybe we'll pursue something and like we'll we'll flirt and all that, and then there's like somebody else like somebody else that's better, somebody else that they want, and it really doesn't help with my mental state like at all. It makes everything for me just 100% worse, and it might sound selfish that like I'm talking about myself and all that and like how I feel, because like, you know, you definitely should take in consideration about how others feel and like why they're doing that. But anyways, it's my YouTube channel though. That's just something, I don't know why I got upset about it, but I think it has a lot to do, well, I know it has a lot to do about just how like the past, you know. Another thing is that I've only had 2 boyfriends and 1 girlfriend, which I'm completely fine with. I don't want to get into, it's not that I don't like relationships, I just don't want to get into it. Also, if I'm like 100,000% that I like that person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get into something and like regret it, or feel like I'm stuck in a relationship or all that. And all that. All my relationships, I feel like, really, except for one, I don't really count my last one as a relationship because it only lasted for like a month. I mean, technically you can say I had 3 boyfriends, but I don't really count that one because it only lasted for like a month, and the guy was a huge jackass. Yeah, he was really mentally abusive. Any confidence that I've built up for myself like completely went down. You know, and it's like a thing because I don't care what other people think, like at all. If you know me, I don't care what other people think. I could give 2 shits less, but I care about what I think. And if somebody like brings, it's like hard to explain, but if somebody like brings something to my attention, hey, like, your eyes are uneven, like if somebody's like, oh, your eyes are so uneven, blah blah blah, and then it'll be like all I can focus on, and I really don't care if they can see that my eyes are uneven or whatever. It's just the fact that I can see it and I can't unsee it, and it's just what I'm so completely focused on. He posted a picture of me on his Facebook, and you know, he's calling me cute. He's like, oh, yeah, and there's so many girls on his Facebook that commented, and they're completely making fun of me. They're like calling me a clown. You know, they're saying that like I'm not pretty at all, like he could do better, and I didn't care what they thought, like whatever. It's just the fact that he didn't stand up for me, like at all. Like he let them comment that, and he didn't comment anything at all like to defend me or anything. Like he just let it be. He just let it sit there, and he's like, oh well, like, you know, it's kind of like that attitude. He's just like, oh well, like he didn't care if like I would see it. And like, it's, I don't care what the girls thought, but I did care what he thought at the time, because, you know, I liked him. Of course, I wanted him to think I was attractive, you know what I mean? I want him to think like I'm like the most beautiful girl in the world to him or whatever. And he didn't do anything to defend it. Like, he didn't care. And I messaged him, and I was like, you know, like, why didn't you defend me at all? Or why didn't you say anything? Why are these girls like they don't even know me and they're coming at me and you're just letting them, like, why? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll just delete the post. I'm like, that's not what I want. Okay, you can delete their comments if you want, I don't care, but I don't want you to delete the post. And then he just went and deleted the post. People say it's like not a big deal because it's just Facebook, but I think it's a bigger deal in our generation because everybody's always on social media, and a lot of guys and girls like flirt with other people through social media. If they see somebody single and they find them attractive, of course, you know, you're gonna slide in their DMs and be like, yo, what's up? And so when you're in a relationship and the other person, you know, doesn't change their relationship status, doesn't post about you at all, or like even say anything about you on their Facebook or whatever, or like Instagram or Twitter or like whatever social media, and it just gives off the impression that they're single. And then it's like, you know, other people are gonna slide into their inbox. It's just, you know, a lot of times they do reply and they answer and they talk to that person, and it's just kind of like that person's only talking to you because they find you attractive. If anybody posts about, like, when they go into somebody's DMs and like the other person's agreed to them or whatever because like they're in a relationship or like they just don't want to talk to them, and they're like, I'm just talking to you just to talk to you, not because like I find you attractive or I just want to have a conversation, or I'm not friends with anybody on Facebook that I don't talk to, or blah 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 blah. Like, they're just bullshitting you. They're lying. They are lying through social media to make themselves seem better and to make that person seem worse. Because the only reason you message people through social media is because you find them attractive. Don't bullcrap me with you that just trying to make friends crap, because it's not true. It's not true. You're not trying to make friends. You're trying to flirt with this other person. Like, maybe you do want to be friends with them, but you want to be friends with them because you find them attractive. And maybe later on you want to pursue something more. Maybe later on you want to be more than friends. Like, that is your end goal, is to get to know this person and become more than friends because you find them attractive. I don't want to hear like anything else. It's the complete truth, and anybody who denies it is just lying. Like, they're just bullshitting you. It's so dumb that people are like no. But anyways, so it just bothers me when, you know, they don't put their relationship with you, or they don't post anything about you or whatever, and it's really annoying because then you won't, like, you're like, okay, that's what you want to do, like, I won't post anything about you either, like, who cares, right? And you're treating them how they treat you, and then they get mad. They get fucking mad. So I asked him about it because I didn't want to make assumptions or whatever, because I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, you know, just ask him about it. And so I was like, okay, I'll ask him about it. And so I asked him about it, and he was like, oh, well, I just don't want to look like a fool because me and my other girlfriends only dated for like a few weeks or whatever, and I post about her all the time, and when we broke up it made me look like an idiot. So I was like, okay, understandable. And so the post that I made about him, I made only like 2 posts about him, so the posts I made about him, I fucking deleted them, like, because I'm like, well, that makes sense, I don't want to look like a fool. And then he got mad at me. He's like, yeah, people are gonna think that we've broken up. Like, people on your Facebook don't even know we're together. So I don't want to hear that bullshit of, now people are gonna think that we're broken up. Like, okay, at least they know you exist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these other girls on your Facebook don't even know I exist. And if anybody comes in my inbox and asks me if we're still together, of course I'm gonna say yes. Like, if you don't want to post about me, why would I post about you? Why would I keep my post up that I had about you if you're not even gonna acknowledge me on your crap? Why would I keep that? Like, it makes sense to me. I don't know if I'm in the wrong. And I guess I only have like 2 brain cells, so it might be dumb. Whatever. He's gonna see me today. He would personally make me cry. Like, he would get into arguments with me about the stupidest bull crap ever. Like, he would argue with me about stuff that wasn't even important, about stuff that really didn't even make sense. Okay, so an example. So in the past, I was a thing with this guy and like kissed him or whatever, and he didn't like this guy, and he got mad at me for it, but I didn't even know him when I was a thing with this guy. Like, I had no idea who he was. And so when he's like, well, tell me the truth, be honest, like, were you and this guy a thing? Like, did you do anything? And so I told him the truth. I was honest to him, and he got mad at me. He was like, ugh, so annoying. Ugh, I can't believe, like, you do that with him. I can't believe you kissed him. Like, blah, blah, blah. And, like, all of my girlfriends, they're a thing with this guy before they date me, and they date him, or they do him before they date me, and it's so annoying. Like, okay, bitch, I didn't even fucking know you. First of all, I didn't even know you. Like, why are you upset for something I did in the past? And obviously, like, nothing, like, we weren't anything, because I'm with you now. So, like, I don't know, he's ridiculous like that. So he would say stuff like that all the time, and then he would twist my words around and put it back on me. He was so, like, I hate thinking about him because he pisses me off so badly. So he would say stuff and then, like, put it back on me. Like, when I respond, he'd be like, oh, like, I think you're only with me because you want somebody to care about you, or you want to just be with somebody. And that's not true, because if I'm with somebody, I'm 100% all in because I like them and I want to be with them. I'm not with somebody because I'm lonely and I want a relationship, or I want, you know, somebody to care about me. I think stuff like that is ridiculous, and I think you shouldn't do that. I think you should be with somebody because you 100% like them and you want to be with them. You shouldn't, oh, I'm lonely, and so I'm gonna be with this person because I'm lonely. That's leading them on. So, like, I don't do that because I think it's ridiculous. And then he would try to tell me that I am, and be like, no, I'm freaking not. Like, it's stupid. I don't know why you think that. If I'm doing anything that makes you think that, like, you should let me know, because I'm not trying to make you feel that way. I would never, ever, ever do that to anybody ever. I think it's ridiculous when people do that. And I think the thing is that he was with me because he was lonely and he wanted somebody to care about him, and I'm a person that wears my heart on my sleeve, and so he went after me because he was lonely and he wanted somebody to care about him, and he knew that he'd get that from me, and then he didn't like it because, I don't know, he didn't like me, he just didn't like me, I guess, in the end. He just didn't like me in the end, and that's fine. And he's selfish. He was honestly, honest to God, the most selfish person I think I've ever met in my whole entire life. And I used to have, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. He is the most selfish person I have ever met in my whole entire life, and that's really saying a lot. If you knew me, you would know that's saying so much. And like he would argue with me about everything. It's just like stuff like okay, so he was still logged into his ex's Hulu, and she had like ads and stuff, like commercials in between. It got really freaking annoying because it'd be like every 5 minutes, and so I'd be like, let me log into my Hulu because, you know, it doesn't have commercials. Like, I pay for the full thing and it doesn't have commercials or anything like that. And then he's like, well, I don't want to like log out of this one and then have you not be able to log into yours or anything. I was like, trust me, I know the password, like whatever. And he's like, all right. So he let me do it, and then I actually let him stay on it for a long time. Like, I moved up here and I let him stay on that Hulu for a long time, but then my Hulu wasn't working. Like, it wasn't letting me go. Like, I would go into Mime, and then I'd try to watch something, and then it would say that like I can't watch it because there's like it can't access it, or there's too many people on the account or something like in that line. And I texted him because the only other place I'm logged into is my TV and in his Xbox, so I knew it was because of him. So I texted him and I was like, hey, can you please log out of my Hulu because I can't watch anything on my Hulu that I pay for. Well, I don't pay for it, my mom pays for it, but you know what I mean, like my mom's money's my money. I pay for it, like my mom pays for it, like we pay for it. So if you can get off the account, I'd appreciate it. And then he had the like nerve to ask who I was, like as if he didn't know whose freaking Hulu he was watching. He's like, who's this? I was like, it's Maddie. Like, I didn't make a big deal of it or whatever. I was just like, yeah, it's Maddie. He's like, oh, this is why I didn't want to log out of my ex's Hulu, because I knew something like this would happen. And I've been watching this for like so long. I've been on this Hulu for, you know, so long, and we never had a problem without it, and the problem's really not me. And I was like, look, I was just asking you nicely because and you can. I was like, I can go into my account and log you out myself. So I was just asking you nicely, so I didn't have to come down to that, so you knew like why you couldn't get back into it or whatever. So I was just asking you nicely, and he was like whatever, just like don't talk to me ever again. I was like, alright, but I have no problem with that. So I logged him out of it, and he tried to say that I moved across the country because I live in Iowa and I moved to California. He tried to say I moved to California because of him. I was like, and he tried to say we need each other for a week. We need each other for a month, and we did it for a month. So like we knew each other longer than a week. Can't like +3. And he's like, you moved to California for a guy you knew only for a week. I was like, are you kidding? Like, no, I didn't move to California because of you. Trust me, dude. Like, you're the last person who I would try to move away from. Like, I didn't move to California to run away from anybody. I just moved to California because it's fucking better than Iowa. Like, you know what I mean? This is like completely random. I don't think I talked about, well, a little bit, but it got really off topic. But thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love you to death and super appreciate it. Like my video if you liked this, or dislike it if you disliked it. I don't care. Just do whatever you want. Comment about how emotional abuse, or just abuse, any kind of abuse in general, has affected you in your life. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back whenever, I guess. Thank you. Bye, guys.